Lavatory. Welcome to the Close Traffic Podcast, an aviation and flight simulation show. Welcome aboard.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Close Traffic Podcast, an aviation and flight simulation show. And welcome to the first episode of the Crew Room. I'm kidding, totally make that up. No, so I stole the keys to the studio and snuck in because there's been a lot of craziness going on today. I think you all know by now what's going on, right? Freaking 2024. just came out of nowhere. I mean, we kind of all seen it coming, but boom, here come the previews. So needless to say, I'm sure by now you guys have heard about it. It's here. It's coming November 19th. And I just wanted to kind of, provide my thoughts, more, I guess, 2 cents, 0.5 cents for whatever they're worth. No, but nevertheless, I'm really I have to say I'm really excited about this one. So to bring it back a little bit, I was cautiously optimistic for 2020. I come from the group, following releases since '98. And with Microsoft's departure after Microsoft Flight, I was a part of that group. I'm guilty, of I don't know if they're gonna, are they gonna, hightail it from us, after decades of providing Microsoft Flight Simulator material. Are they just going to drop 2020 leave? But no, shout out to Microsoft. They've been very diligent in their work. They've done some amazing things. And, here we are, latest generation is coming up here soon. I think first and foremost for me is thing freaking looks amazing. It looks amazing. I mean, 2020, I don't know, maybe it's just me, and all of this is subjective. Once you start talking about looks and visuals, all of it's subjective, in my opinion. But I will say, I didn't really think the visuals could get any better for 2020. I mean, for any flight simulator after this one, they may do some tweaks here and there, but they've definitely did some homework. I watched one preview. They was doing some bush flying, which that part I'm pretty excited about. Did some bush flying in a may have been Piper Cub or something, and you just noticed the deformations in the sand and how it affects the friction and the ground handling of the aircraft. I thought it was really cool. Could it maybe be a little overdone? I don't know. But just the fact that it's there, to me, I thought was, pretty amazing. And just those little details there is already, setting the expectations pretty freaking high, which is also my concern. Being around, to be fortunate enough to witness enough releases, I can't think of one that was completely trouble-free. I think us as consumers also have to be mindful that at the end of the day, the previews, we're gassing up that hype train, right? It's like choo choo, but just making sure that we temper our expectations, I think, is paramount. Especially taking on, software of this magnitude. I think that's extremely important. There's a lot of really cool things I like about it. I'm actually here on the website now, so I can share my screen. If things don't get weird, boom. Okay, cool. Here we go. Um, this is huge for a lot of folks. Me personally, so I love where they're going. They're providing purpose with the career mode. Um, the activities, I'm just, hey, I didn't even mess with them. When I go into 2020, I'm going straight into, I'm saying in my flight, boom, I'm gone. I'm not doing anything extra. Um, However, that being said, that doesn't mean I'm not going to at least maybe attempt. I don't know if it's a situation. So I saw on the video where you can create your avatar. Do I care about that? No, but again, I'm probably the minority as it relates to that because, I mean, hey, it's pretty cool. You can bring your, quote unquote likeness, or you want to create somebody totally different or whatever, bring them into the sim, and you're starting your virtual journey into the world of aviation. I think that's really cool. Why is it cool, Johnny? Because I think maybe eventually it would, you know motivate some to take that journey in real world. I looked at a few little snippets from what I've read and from what a lot of content creators are saying. They had like very limited early access, so it was just a whole lot going on there. That being said, um I do feel that there's a good bit of substance there, especially for like console players, things of that nature. Um, and folks just want something a little more than just going from point A to point B. It looks like you're meeting your instructors. One video from content creator, you're meeting your instructor, and you can branch off into different facets of aviation, which I think is awesome because for so long I've always said that there's always been um this traditional mindset as relates to aviation. You go and you fly instruct to, you're tired of flying instructing, get your total time up, and boom, you're off to airlines. Well, there's way more to commercial aviation than just airline operations. And I think this here really brings it to life. I think that's cool. You're doing medevac ops, remote cargo ops, aerial firefighting, search and rescue, and of course, your standard ATP ops. You can be a world photographer. Again, am I going to do that? Probably not. But it's really cool. This is the meat and potatoes for me. Um, how's the thing fly? What's the ground handling like? We all know the fiasco with some, especially with the turboprops, and earlier versions of 2020 pre SU-15. It was pretty bad. They were pretty bad. Hopefully, they're continuing to move forward on that. This here to me is really tough to gauge if you're going to purchase it or not, especially those of us who have experience as it relates to real world aviation. How's it fly? Well, it's really tough to gather feedback from those who how can I say this and like be totally politically, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. So, and because this is what happened last year, when they were providing preview copies of 2020, it'll be like somebody playing League of Legends, and hey guys, we've got this code, Flight Simulator 2020 code from for this sim. Hey, let's check it out, airplanes, right? And they really don't have much of a background to speak on certain facets of the simulation. Does it feel right? Things like that, or more or less even an interest. It's more of, hey, let's build that hype, get those views up, and yeah, But I think they did a really good job. And then I did want to, just say shout to all the content creators that I saw preview it. They took it seriously, and I really think they showed the platform in a good light. Um, some say it could be, the sim, it could be a little, arcadey, for some, but I think that arcadiness that we see is, just the result of a platform that's multifaceted. So just as easy as this thing is to manipulate on a PC, it can also be function just fine on the Xbox, Series S, Series X. So I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But most of the content creators I saw, they put the platform in a really good light. It wasn't like, hey, let's just do some barrel rolls. They did a really good job, explaining, hey, this is what I've had access to so far. This is what's out there. This is what we're looking like as of right now. Cool. CTP clap. I can't get to my things right now because I don't have my producer here. But I was kidding. So yeah. Looking forward to that. Just to kind of check it out myself. Really see. Just kind of see how the flight modeling pans out. It's not like a demo mode or anything. So, it's really going to be, hey, trial by fire, right? Let's all go check it out and see, see how this thing functions. I do see, what it looks like they're, implementing a more comprehensive flight planning, our flight planner. Is that going to replace Navigraph? Have they collabed with Navigraph? I don't know. So that's, it'd be kind of cool to see, what, again, it'd be really nice to see how this shakes out. I'm sure we're going to get more information as things, progress and things go along. But those of you in the chat, if they're collabing with Navigraph, let me know. I mean, of course, I'm sure the aircraft data, not aircraft data, nav data and all that fun stuff is updatable or whatever, but are they like, boom, we're doing this thing together? I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so of course, visually, explore visually stunning digital twin. They basically took the planet Earth, digitized it, boom, into the sim. Photogrammetry, I think, it's pretty good in 2020. I'm sure they've expounded on that. Looks like they got some wheel platforms in there as well, which I think would be pretty cool, especially those of us who are into helicopter ops. I think that'd be pretty cool. Free ranging livestock, I don't know, guys. I mean, if it really just depends, and I'm sure a lot of this is customizable. For me, I could care less. Let's be honest with you. I'm not looking at, hey, that's there's a quarter horse down there. There's a herd of heifers down there in that field. I don't care. Who's this? Oh my goodness, guys! Someone else just snuck into the CTP studio here. Let me bring him in. Let me see if he's ready. There he is.
What's up?
You ninja, you sneaking into the
man. Just let the folks at our CTP audience know how committed we are. Straight from the bowling lanes to the microphone.
Straight from the lanes to the mic. Shout out to Charlie. Hey, hold on. Here we go.
Yeah. Thank you. We're here all week. Broke shoulder and all.
Oh man. Speaking of which, how'd you bowl, bro?
246, 176, 237.
Sheesh.
Missed the transition, man.
Oh man.
Could have been a good night.
Oh man. Well, hey, you know what? Good news is 2024 is coming November 19th. Hey.
So that's all the ruckus I've been seeing today.
Oh my gosh, man. My phone literally died, Charlie. It died. Like it was like, oh my gosh, there's too much content, just like completely melted.
Notification after notification.
Oh
after
my goodness.
YouTube
man.
video.
Oh,
Man.
And shout out, like as I was mentioning, I was like, shout out to a lot of the content creators, because there was like some of them are dropping like 10 videos at one time. Like, oh my gosh, dude. It's freaking insane, man. But yeah, I was just kind of bringing the CTP family through the list here as if they haven't seen it already. I mean, heck, but I saw here, Charlie, where they're kind of, they're, describing some of the little nuances they're adding into the flight simulation world. And I saw free ranging livestock here. I was like, huh, okay.
Oh, great. So now I got to deal with cows in the sim too?
Yes.
I'm out. I'm going to explain. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Austin pops up out of nowhere. Somebody say explain. And that's another thing, man. And I'm gonna say this, and like folks are gonna be like, oh my gosh, here goes Johnny again. But no, like I don't know why there are so many of us out there who seemingly wants it to be a one platform industry. I saw so many, rip, explain, and this and this and that. And I don't think a lot of us remember the times where there was one platform in the industry and how stale things got.
Oh man, stagnant like a stale bread on the counter.
Oh my Lord, man. So I think we just got to be careful. We all have our preferences, right?
100%.
We all got our, things we can't stand about explain. Oh, they won't change it. They won't, that's fine. The good news is, here's the good news, guys. We have options. That's an amazing thing to have right now, is options.
And competition is good for the consumer.
It promotes innovation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 2020 will be where, I don't think X-Plane will be where, it was, if it wasn't for 2020. I don't think 2020 would be where it was, if it wasn't for X-Plane 12, especially 100%. In the flight modeling department.
100%.
Especially in the flight modeling department. So, let's just relish the thought, hey, if 2020 takes me off, I jump to X-Plane. If X-Plane takes me off, I'll jump to 2020. Hey, problem solved.
If that messes me up, we're going to DCS and not worry about it.
And not worry about none of it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what's not to love right now? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. What are you looking forward to, Charlie, with 2024, man?
Man, there is honestly, I need to sit down and read through a lot of this, but
you're not missing much. Pretty airplanes, more airplanes, pretty stunning visualness, flight modeling. There you go.
I'm most excited to see the performance gains.
Yes.
And the visual fidelities. A couple of the videos I did see, this one content creator, I can't remember who it was, but she landed on a lake, and like you literally can see the modeling of the water reacting to the aircraft.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like you could just tell. And it was that aircraft right there, as a matter of fact.
Oh, this fella here, the one you get if you pre-order it, even though you're not selling out.
You come off that spleen, and you can get that one right there.
Yep.
We're going to take up offering at church this weekend. Pre-order this
plate twice, my friend.
Yeah.
One.
Make sure you get more to the church, but help us out too.
Gotta get that 10%, man.
That's it.
My goodness, brother. But yeah, dude, it's oh man. I'm with you on that, man, especially from the performance. And I'm gonna tell you, just to really kind of drill down on the performance side of it, how the photogrammetry is streamed, especially for those of us who don't have the most robust internet connections. I did see something that I thought was pretty cool, that the overall install size is like down to like 30 gigs, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, let it simmer overnight, boom, you're good to go. Or, those of us who have the, the 1 gigabyte connections, like what, 5 minutes, whatever, go, go get a cheeseburger from somewhere and boom, you're done,
So make a cup of coffee and it's there.
Right. So that's cool. But I was wondering, I'm like, riddle me this, Batman, how's that possible? It almost seems to me they're really leveraging this cloud aspect, and more things are going to be streamed to the sim, which I don't know, kind of has my spider senses tingling a little bit. Again, what if, I don't know, you have issues with the server, or issues on the user side. It's like, is it going to hinder the experience at all? I mean, not everyone has that, believe it or not, especially here in the States. There's still a lot of underserved areas, in the country, and not everyone's going to have that, flawless gigabit connection. I mean, heck, even 500 meg can be, a little sketchy at times depending on the provider. So
like me, I got 750 and we have issues all the time.
Right.
I think it's 750 down, like 40 up, and
40 up. Good grief.
All the time we having issues.
Wow.
But I think a lot of that's my provider's infrastructure with all the new additions that they've added on.
Right. And they're not the only one, my friend, which brings me back to how much are we leveraging this cloud architecture here to to provide an overall experience. Will we have the option of going just strictly offline? Let's say things are kind of funky. Will it be a situation where I can't even freaking get in the sim, just because, my internet's being jank, or what? Now, that being said, one could argue, well, I mean, heck, pretty much every program, on a PC nowadays, requires some sort of, constant internet connection. Totally agree. But again, I mean, if you're paying what, $200 for like the collector Uber edition or some of the flight bag and the Bose A20s and all that crap.
It's like $269, I think. And then by the time you add your tax on there, I mean, you're pushing $275, $280.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that kid is not coming with A20, so
no, it's coming with a 225 though.
There you go. There you go. And just, I don't know.
That kind of concerns me too, because I'd heard, we had heard through lost my train of thought. Sorry. We'd heard a while back, when they were, I may have been at Expo, they were talking about they're really going to start to utilize those Azure servers. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what all they're trying. Are they trying to pipe through the weather graphics? You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. And to me, the other thing that I did see that was concerning was their minimum requirements.
Sheesh, did you
see the ideal requirement?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it here.
Be in here somewhere.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. I was looking at some of the pictures, like, ooh, pretty. We'll get to this in a minute. Frequently asked questions. Is it in here? Good Lord. Is this it here, Charlie?
Yep, that's it. Ideal spec. All right, there you go. AMD
a 4080?
A 4080 and a 14700K. So I'm blessed, thank you, Lord. I have a 4080, but I've got a 13700, and they're recommending the newest gen.
Sheesh.
So, and then look at your RAM. That's what struck my 64 gigs of RAM.
Man, I don't even know what to say, Charlie. Like
that was like, man. How are y'all
Yeah,
running this on an Xbox with those kind of specs?
bro, cloud. This has to
That's
be. They're going to ride that cloud infrastructure like a one-legged mule
they got to be.
to to pull that off. Because I'm barely meeting the recommended spec. I got like a 12 700 somebody 7
So you're
and a
2
40.
gens over the recommended.
Yeah, well, and then process, but then 32 gigs of RAM. I got 32 gigs of RAM
Yeah, I do too.
and 2080. Yeah, 4070s. Oh, I don't know. It's funny they didn't mention a minimum spec for broadband connection.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. Why tell us those, but not that side of it? Because that's an important part to this whole deal.
Very, very interesting.
Because even 2020 now, man, if your internet's being jank, your photogramming, or however you say that word, um, it doesn't work good. Like it
Nope.
looks like crap, and
Yep.
we've all had that issue.
Oh yeah, man. Like I was flying this morning and it was like you lost connection and it turns off, photogrammetry.
Oh,
And
you had that had to be a server thing because I got the exact same message.
did you? Yeah, dude. Like I
Mhm.
got it. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not gonna approach. I'm like, man, that sucks, Charlie. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They
Yeah.
got to quit that. They got to quit that. It's a couple of things, man. I don't know, man. It may we may be okay, Charlie. This,
We'll
this
see.
may be, this may be like best case scenario type thing there. So,
Yeah, but it just
um,
concerns me for the less fortunate folks that can't afford those significant upgrades to their hardware.
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
like who the
And
heck's running a 6800K?
man, you tell me.
You know what I'm saying, dude? That's
You
like
tell me.
20-year-old tech.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's see when the thing come out. I'm curious now.
I don't know, Charlie. I think we might be all right, man. Because the majority of the folks who aren't on PC or have a weak PC, one would assume this is just I'm spitballing here, ladies and gentlemen, but one would assume that they may have like a Series X or something, to where
Mhm.
they can still be able to participate in sim because there's like a butt ton of peripherals now to where
Yeah.
you can essentially take your Series X, slap it on the desk, get your monitor, you got your heck. I was gonna say honeycomb, but dang, are they still doing that? Do they still do the Xbox version of their alpha?
I have no clue.
Whoops. I think Turtle Beach, one of them does this.
Turtle Beach does for sure. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you can use
they're
it. I
yeah,
think that's what they kind of designed theirs for was more.
yeah, so you can still have a meaningful experience, with a console. So hopefully, maybe okay. So and then I saw here too, they say if for any content, outside the simulator community folder will work as it did with 2020. So yeah, I mean I think we'll be all right there, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll
Um
see. By the way, the
yeah,
6800K launched in 2016.
did it now.
So this is 11
Sheesh.
years old.
11 years old.
No, I can't
Is
add.
it?
26,
No,
8 years
it's
old.
late. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we might be okay. Let's see here. How many people working on I don't really care. Improved improved multi-threading. Okay. So here's where a lot of performance, some of the performance additions lie here as well. I saw, did you hear about the wear and tear in the career mode, Charlie?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so it looks as if a lot of the aircraft will, encompass a wear and tear simulation. So you're the oil, it burns oil, the walk
That's
arounds
kind of
are
cool.
meaningful. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, and again, some of it,
How's that
one
going to work with second add-on aircraft?
man, it would probably be a situation to where it'll be up to the developer to implement their own whatever. But what's nice is the facilities as it relates to the SDK
Is there
is there
mm-hmm.
to do that, rather than pull a A2A, the magic they did with
The Comanche.
Comanche, yeah.
Mhm.
And what they were able to pull off, one would assume or hope it'll be a little bit easier now. But yeah, and then of course, they
I
teamed
just
up.
hope flat tires ain't simulated because we be in a bind over here.
Oh my Lord,
All
man.
them crash landings that I do.
Whatever, man. No, it's pretty cool though. I think the bush flying is definitely going to be a little more, a little more interesting.
Mhm.
Man, heck, that's why the freaking default aircraft list is so dang looking so dang good,
Goodness
man. Look at all these
gracious.
teams, dude. And
Well,
this is just as of June.
our good friends over
Blackbird,
at Flight FX.
yeah, dude. Mammoth with the helis there. Any Bills, of course. I mean, you knew any Bills was
Yeah,
going to be
they're
there.
already in now.
Yeah, some of these folks
Huh.
hadn't heard of, man. But I mean, it's just I hadn't really sat and looked at this list. So I'm just kind of like scrolling like blah, 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 all over the freaking place. A Chinook, man. I'm sorry, that DCS one's live, so
Nah.
whatever. Man, okay. Hey,
So what we got right there? So you got a Beechcraft. What is that? I can't
yeah,
see it. Is that
that's
that's the King Air.
yeah, that's a C90. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, global super tanker. Okay, okay.
Oh.
Cessna longitude, man. Again, Chinook, Snorfest.
Oh
and
Lord. Oh gosh, folks. Johnny is getting a Saab
340.
340.
Yeah, so
Oh
all these
Lord.
years.
Well, it's been fun. We'll see y'all later.
Man. Oh my gosh. If there was ever an airplane not to butcher, please do not butcher that Saab 340 Bravo. That's all I ask. Please don't butcher it. Don't butcher it. All right, I'm good.
Be like DFW.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, dude. Have we even seen the picture? Screw everything else. I want to see a picture of DFW for 2024. That's what they need to show me. That's what they need to show me. Air tractor. That's gonna be pretty cool. Crop duster.
I see a warthog.
Where?
Go to your left.
Right
there.
That's interesting. Man, Charlie, you know what I'm gonna say, bro.
DCS.
I'm sorry, man. It's just, I'm sorry. Call me whatever, man. I don't know. It's great that's there. There's a lot of folks who don't really care about the other part, and that's cool.
Yeah, but you could look at it from this way too, man. You could get down.
Me.
You could get down in the canyon, in 2021
yeah, canyon
of
runs.
them.
Yeah,
you could do that. Whereas DCS, it's not going to be.
No, it's not going to be the same. And then plus, you're not going to have the whole world, right? So
yeah, exactly.
I get it.
But if you look for fidelity, it's not going to be that.
No, it's not going to be that for sure. Oh, dang, they got a Sky Carrier as well. I bet you that's Coronado.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
I bet you that's Coronado. That Cessna 404 Titan, that's what Coronado should have been doing from freaking day one in 2020. Bump the 717, bump the other what they were doing. They should have went back to their roots, gave us some old school steam gauge Cessna twins, slap a freaking 750 in it, called it slick.
Yeah.
But they may have had this bacon for a while, so I kind of get that. They got Diamond Man.
Yeah, 42 there.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Airbus galore. Oh, Michael, love this here. You got a little Airbus turboprop for him.
I ain't lying, man. I'm kind of excited to get that one.
Which that one? This one here?
Yeah, the 400.
Yeah, dude, she's stout, bro.
I ain't low key. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody.
Charlie's excited about an Airbus.
No, man, she's stout, bro. Bell 407, King Air, some of the stuff. Okay, yeah, we've seen that. CJ4, Cirrus Vision Jet. I wonder who that is. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Let's see here. TBMs. A lot of these we've seen. The Draco. That's gonna be cool there.
Heart Airspeed.
Yeah, what the heck is that? Is that electric joint? Let me look at it here. I know there was one. There was like
I've never heard of an ES. What does that say? 30?
Man, yeah. Is it electric? If it is, man, it's gonna be
It looks like one of those Qs.
Yeah, I thought it was a Q at first.
I did too.
Oh no, this is something different. All and it's like all electric. Hold on, let me drop something in the
That's an all electric 4-engine aircraft?
Yeah.
Say what?
Bro, I know. And it's interesting. So the two inner engines are larger. Oh, so it looks like the two outer engines are some traditional means of combustion, whether it be turbine.
Oh yeah, because you got the air inlet of the turbo.
Yeah, and then it looks like you got your electric ones on the. Interesting.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's pretty slick, dude. Okay.
Zero.
Well done.
Emissions.
Well done.
800-kilometer range. 25 packs. Huh.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. That's what I said. Oh, higher balloon, sweet. Fly do higher balloon. Okay. Icon, meh. Let's see what is
man.
Pilates PC12 NGX. There you go, Mike.
So that's gonna be. I bet that's Coronado's.
Yeah. The old
totally speculation here, folks.
We're just couldn't get any further from probably the truth. Parachute. There you go, Charlie. Old Sky Rascal, man. You can send
there you go.
LAX to Vegas.
See me the Sky Rascal.
On Batson, bro, holding
blocking out
all
about
the
62 and a half. True.
Oh my true, man. The Steam S1G. S12G. Yeah. The Zebco Edge. I thought that thing said Zebco, bro. I'm like, wait a minute.
They put that 33 in here.
I need Oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. Yes. I skip the Max, man. So I got the Max up here. Yay. But I don't know, man. iFly might scratch that itch for me.
See, that's I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how all this shakes out.
Yeah, dude. And that's, it really is, man. I know as far right now, they're available for pre-order now. You can get your standard, deluxe, premium deluxe, and the aviator. Let me go here and see what we're talking about. It's funny how they don't list the prices like right off the bat.
Yeah, you got to dig
in there, like
they
probably
get you excited before they give you that.
Yeah, man. They want that hype train full steam ahead before you get to that pay now link. All right, so looks like standard edition, you get 70 aircraft, 150 airports. I'm assuming high fidelity airports. Obviously, it'll be more airports, right? Than that, but we're talking high fidelity. Now, here's my concern, Charlie. No one will take you to the Jasper airports. No one will take you to the Addison airports. No one will take you to any of these normal airports to really see what it looks like, because we all know what your average uncontrolled airport looked like in looked like in 2020.
Yeah, jank.
Really. So yeah, I guess we'll find out then, huh? So but yeah, so you got the deluxe edition, you get 80 aircraft, 150. Unfortunately, this is probably where I'm going to be sitting here. This is where old Johnny is probably going to be sitting, the premium deluxe edition, because I think that's where the freaking Saab is. Dang it. Of course, they're freaking shoved the Saab there.
Yeah.
Dang it, yeah.
Got
So
him.
that one, yeah. Huh. So you'll get 95 aircraft, 160 airports. Probably 5 of those I'll probably fly. I don't know. I say that, man. You have to check them out. It's like freaking Pokemon. I was kidding. But
that's what I'm saying though. That's what's so up in the air. No pun intended. With the new flight model, man. I mean, that if they get that right, that could change bouncing all over these things.
Yeah, change some stuff, man, for sure. Yeah, they man, and you would assume with 2020 being sort of a test bed that it's like, okay, we're dialed in, right? Mm-hmm. I'm really hoping that's the case, especially for turboprops, because y'all know how I am about my turboprops. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. We'll see. So you get 160 airports, and then you also get a premium edition steelbook. What's in the steelbook? Looks like you get a custom pilot's lanyard, 11 by ID badge with a unique 5x5 game code. Okay. All right. All right. Then and the hold on. Let me find something appropriate here. Let's see. Okay, and the Aviator edition. For all those big spenders out there, you get 125 airports on. I guess what the the normal 160 airports as well. However, with the collector's edition, you get an Antonov AN-225 model from Herpa on a handcrafted and numbered stand, custom Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 flight bag with 6 unique flight patches to arrange on the bag however you like. Custom Microsoft Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 luggage tag with secure loop. Man, how many folks you think are going to rock that luggage tag at the airport? I'm going to be looking now.
Johnny's going to be keeping a good eye out for.
Man, like with a good eye, dude. It's like, man, who has that luggage tag? And a platinum looking Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 logo pin. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 key art lithograph. And a limited edition jumbo steelbook featuring the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Aviator edition that includes everything from the premium deluxe edition plus the entire fleet of 30 Microsoft published marketplace aircraft developed for Microsoft Flight Simulator between 2021 and 2024. Purchasers will also find a custom pilot's lanyard, basically same stuff you get in the premium deluxe edition. Let's see, collectible retail box and a written letter from the developer telling you thank you for spending a whole bunch of money. Yeah, so that's the picture of it there. As I can zoom in. Oh man, it looks pretty cool though.
Yeah, the bag. I mean, I'll give him credit for the bag. That looks pretty.
Yeah, well, that's pretty sweet, man. Show up for your Discovery flight already decked out. Sheesh.
Oh, poor Sporty.
I will say, man, this does look, looks a little sportier than the old, the regular old Sporties. Like the first flight bag you get, like when you're starting flight training because you're broke and can't afford like the really, the really nice one. So you just gotta get the regular sporty one for like $50. That's super expensive when you're, when you're broke. This was legit. This one's legit. So then you get the little patches there, so that's nice. Then you get a little flight tags there. Sweet pin. Okay. A little model. Cool. Collectible lithograph. I'm not even going to ask I'm going to ask what the heck is a lithograph? Charlie? Oh, okay, cool. I was going to Google that one. I was going to breeze by it, like I totally knew what that was, but
you got me.
Oh no, man! I thought we only had one set of keys in the studio, Charlie.
I ain't got to say it. I had to have a link.
All I want to know is who called in all hands and didn't tell me. That's all I want to know.
When you're on approach, man. When you're on approach. My bad.
Somebody called in all hands and forgot about Mike.
No, man. We did mention all
Hard
the
to see that
Airbus.
chat through that VR headset, bro.
For the win.
Look at him.
With the strap and all. Yeah, man. I was actually going to keep it 30 minutes now, but since Mike came in, totally ruined it. I was kidding. But no, Mike, welcome, my friend.
What's going on, man? What you guys chatting about?
No, just a kind of little, just an open conversation, man. Just kind of providing our thoughts and initial feedback at a high stratosphere level based on what little we know. Well, I say little, man. There's like a billion freaking preview videos out there now.
Man.
On 2020, like right now, we're just kind of diving into what's offered in the various editions, and myself reaffirming that I'm going to have to like not be cheap this time because for the
both
record,
of you guys, man, like no, I'm sorry, Charlie, you did premium deluxe.
Oh yeah, I had everything.
Yeah. It
with
was
the
Johnny.
sword
that was-
version.
Johnny
Yes.
cheaped out.
Yes, I
When
cheaped out.
Switched, we went
No,
to just
no
old
shame,
basic.
no
Yeah.
shame in my game. And I was the same thing. I got that standard edition, man, make it out like a bandit, and freaking got to looking at the aircraft list, and somebody said Saab, and I was like, dadgummit. Gonna have to go ahead and
Got it.
and they didn't put in the freaking deluxe, man. Put in the freaking premium deluxe. Like who in the premium deluxe category is going to be looking for a Saab 340?
No
I don't
one.
know. No one except me. Oh, Mike, get to your bedtime already.
Like, no, man. If anything, is you guys' bedtime. It's
Thanks,
it's
man.
barely 8
I'm
o'clock.
normally an hour deep at this point.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised Charlie is
really surprised me.
Is upright, man.
Yeah,
If
he
it
really,
hadn't been for bowling, you boy have been counting sheep.
man, it really surprised me. I'm gonna have to give Charlie that Christmas bonus. I was gonna skimp out on him. So
Yeah, I'll take a dozen donuts.
and a gift card to Bass Pro Shop.
No, don't do that.
But yeah,
Because
but
that
no,
just leads to more. You know how that
my
place
Lord,
work, bro.
man. Yeah, don't get in the Bass Pro Shops, man, and show me a good time. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, Mike. So, man, what are your? We got Charlie's initial thoughts on it, man. So, we're all doing our thing today. Boom, here comes 2024. What are your thoughts?
Man, so first of all, I woke up, being on the West Coast much later than everyone else in the world.
Yeah, about lunchtime over here.
About lunchtime for you guys. Actually, no, to be honest, what time? It was like 6:30 Pacific.
Yeah,
So
he's up about 9
almost
Eastern this
almost 10 a.m. Eastern, I think, roughly. And it was on YouTube. YouTube popped up, our fellas XP, Blue, and some other folks that I follow. And I'm like, what in the world is this stuff? And I'm like, oh, this must be some of the rumblings I heard about last week or the week before, where there was an event that went on as it relates to Microsoft and 2024 previews. I'm like, cool, let me go check this stuff out. I got ready to go click on the Microsoft stuff, and then XP released a Vision Jet video. So everything Microsoft Flight Sim wise went out the window, and I had to watch that Vision Jet video.
Serious.
My man was in that Vision Jet flying with old Mike Matthews there at Cirrus. But that was an incredible video. XP, I hope you really enjoyed that Vision Jet as much as you say you did. I can't believe you didn't have it in the sim, first of all, but that's another story. Glad you have it now in VR. It's extraordinary, so enjoy it. But yeah, I watched that video, and then I went to the Microsoft stuff, and I gotta say, initially, fellas, I'm impressed. I think there was a lot of hype around, hey, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make it much more realistic, especially when you consider the flight model akin to what and I hate saying this, but like hardcore simmers are used to, especially if you're coming from X-Plane. But it's true. There was definitely from 2020 to X-Plane, definitely and still is a huge difference as it relates to the overall flight dynamics. And 2024 promised to address that. And it seems like, from what I've seen in preview videos from the folks that were able to do so, it has been. So I think that's the first thing I said. Number two, I know there was a lot of hype around it looking visually much more appealing than 2020, but to me, honestly, fellas, 2020 did and still does look phenomenal. Like out of a flight sim, I don't know that I need that much more as it relates to the visual sort of visual effects and the visual immersion of what a sim is. Like you go too much to the other side, you start to impact performance, and you need a NASA rig to run the sim. So I
they
think
noted that. We done discussed that.
and I saw, oh, you guys did, yeah, I did see that too. I'll get to that in a second. So I did see that there was visually much more appealing than 2020, but to me, I wasn't really looking for that because the sim in itself is in, even from 2020 is phenomenal. I did also notice the career mode aspects of the sim. I know that was a big one they touched on previously, especially at Flight Sim Expo this past June. But one that continues to get hyped on. And personally for me, it's not something that I'm going to use. I know Charlie, you shared earlier in the chat with us that that's something you're looking forward to, and I think many others are looking forward to. I'm probably the exception and not the norm, to be frank. So I'm excited about that for you guys because I think it's going to be really cool, and it looks like at a high level it was done tastefully. So I think that's cool. Got to definitely touch on the requirements to run the sim. Like I'm sitting here with my 4080. That's about, I don't know, when did I get this, Charlie? About a year and a half ago, going on 2. It's about to be 2 years in January, I think.
Yeah, mine will be 2, like February. I got it for my birthday, so this one will be 2 years ago.
Right. So I know I'm saying, man, I know graphics card and PCs and PC builds are, they become quickly obsolete in the world that we live in. Things are advancing, technology moves really quickly. So I didn't expect 4080 to be top of the line for too long. But like, damn, bro, ideal is 4080 to run this thing.
Like a 14700. So the next gen processor that we got.
That's nuts. So to me, I guess I have a question, and then I'll continue on with my initial thoughts. Does that mean like ideal means like I could run everything at high, or ideal is like in order to truly enjoy the sim at ultra, you need that 4080? Or are they telling me at 4080 you can run it at high across your graphics settings, more or less? Like what does ideal mean?
Yeah, what does
definition
ideal mean?
Of ideal?
That's a good thought.
It's sort of what I was struggling with because if it's the former and not the latter, I'm in trouble. Despite what I just said about the sim being needed not to be much more visually
everything appealing. On Ultra.
And I don't have everything on Ultra now, but I've got a lot of stuff on Ultra now. Most of the stuff on Ultra now, the things that I really like. And if you tell me like, yo, you may have to back that off a little bit with a 4080, so I'm gonna need you guys to step it up on the performance tweaks there as you guys release the sim. But no, I mean, overall impressions, I think it's great. I saw the Max. Interested to see how it differs from the iFly Max that's about to launch. Like, is iFly going to incorporate it for 2024? Upon launch, like it would. I think it behoove them to ensure that as long as there's a partnership there between them and Microsoft, it behoove them to ensure that it's also compatible with 2024 before they even release it for 2020. Or is that 2020 native model going to be sufficient where we don't really need an iFly right now? I looked at the avionics package, and it sounds like the flight dynamics and the flight handling characteristics looks great, but I'm always weary about default aircrafts in a sim because the Airbus also, the A320neo also looked fantastic before it got released, and I was like, damn, finally an Airbus or a high fidelity airliner in a sim at launch that's for free. And look at all the work fly-by-wire had to do just to get it to a level where you truly enjoyed it. So that's my fear with being too hype about that 737 Max. What else did I see? I didn't really have a time to dive into too much with the busy work day, but it's exciting, man. I'm glad our fellow influencers, if you will, and streamers and whatnot got a chance to do that stuff, and I think it's just part of I'm glad Microsoft is leaning more into that because everyone else is. I mean, look at Apple just had their event earlier this week, or was it last week? I don't remember now. And all of those guys and gals and people went to, that event and went to try the new things before it got generally released. And that's just the way of the world now, I think. And I'm glad that it has evolved that way for our hobby as well, to ensure the people that truly enjoy it and people that actually matter get their hands on it and really have an opportunity to say, yeah, this passed the sniff test before it goes to the broader audience. Yeah, man, I think that's about it.
Yeah, too cool. Yeah, and you're spot on, Mike. And again, I think they, to me, I think the choice of influencers and creators was done a little better. It wasn't like
way better.
Last year, it was like, hey, this is Snoopy, the League of Legends streamer. Hey, I got this free copy of 2020 airplanes. Yeah, what about the airplane? I mean,
dude,
it's just
way better. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I hate to call names, but there were a lot of people that had no business getting initial copies and initial previews of a freaking flight sim, man. Sorry. And I'm glad this time around they woke up and realized and ensured people that actually enjoy the thing, use it, are going to be influential in our direct community, actually had a chance to touch it and feel it first.
Yeah, for sure. Like I mentioned earlier, and I think they did an amazing job with that, so definitely looking forward to it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, that was kind of our first take. We're actually due for a full show, I guess, next weekend, is that what it is, or the weekend after? So is it?
Yeah, we said next weekend, right?
Yeah, I don't know, you said next weekend.
I think I said next Friday. Next
okay,
Saturday,
cool. Yeah.
So next Friday evening, we're gonna do a nice
Friday evening. So
I'll be back. Yeah.
So we'll have a full show live that one, and should be great. Well, man, I'm sure between now and then we'll get a lot more information.
Oh yeah, there's going to be more coming out.
Yeah, I'll have more time to research and whatnot. Y'all touched on VR at all? This.
Oh yes. Has anyone seen anything on VR?
Fully compatible.
Charlie said that it was fully compatible.
Yeah, so they said. Okay.
I just meant our overall experiences of VR after we had our initial show where you convinced us to go out and try it. If not, cool, we're almost at an hour already. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely save that for next Friday.
Yeah, let's do that, man, since Johnny's been put on the spot once again for...
I'm just saying.
Money,
nothing,
no salesman Johnny.
Yeah,
hey, anybody out there needs a product, so it's
no commission
green.
No commission Johnny.
Podcast.
Man, I can't mess with y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys for putting up with us for an hour. But stay tuned for our full show next weekend, Friday. So till next time, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. See ya. Go away. Not for real this time. All right, guys, keep the blue side up. We'll see.